If your marketing team is using AI tools without clear guidance and support, you could be doing more harm than good. Instead of building trust with your audience, you might be damaging your brand's credibility. But when used wisely, AI can do much more than just save time. It can help you create better content. Hi, I'm Daphne, Marketing Director at VeraContent, and today's video is about how to train your team to adopt AI tools without sacrificing any quality. At VeraContent, we think of AI as a strategic partner. It's not here to replace your content creators or strategists, but rather to support them and help us do our best work. While AI has already made a huge impact on our internal processes, we've been very intentional and thoughtful about how we incorporate it, making sure we're using it in the smartest way possible. This has also ensured that everyone is on board and aligned in how and why we're making these changes in our processes. If you want to do the same, here are 9 steps to training your team to use AI tools in the right way. First, start small and test often. You don't have to overhaul your entire content operation overnight. Choose 1 or 2 areas, maybe brainstorming blog ideas or drafting social captions, and start there. Then test, refine, and learn what works before scaling up. Number 2, use AI to support, not to replace your team. AI is at its best when it's enhancing your team's creativity, not taking over. Let AI handle repetitive tasks, like writing metadata descriptions or suggesting possible sources to research. It can also help by generating rough drafts or repurposing content into different formats. But remember, the better the input, the better the output. AI tools depend heavily on the prompts and the source material that you provide. So the more specific and customized your prompts are, and the more unique information you include, the more useful and on-brand the results will be. That's why it's so important to carefully guide what the AI creates and not just review the output. AI isn't magic. It needs human expertise to point it in the right direction, and that's how you maintain your brand's voice, quality, and credibility. Number 3, create an internal AI policy. Your team needs clear guidelines on how to use AI responsibly, both to protect your brand and to help everyone feel more confident and aligned in their work. Your policy doesn't have to be long or complicated, but it should clearly define certain things like what's okay to automate and what requires human review, how to handle sensitive data and what should never be entered into an AI tool, which AI tools are approved for use, and just as importantly, which tools should not be used. This should also include a list of do's and don'ts for working with AI-generated content. For example, always check for accuracy, never publish unedited AI outputs, and avoid AI cliches. We all know what those are. And lastly, it should include proper workflows for using each tool, including who's responsible for reviewing, editing, and approving content. Treat your policy as a living document as your team's use of AI evolves. Review and update it regularly to reflect new tools, best practices, and any changes in your company's approach. And make sure it's easy to reference by including a link in relevant processes or checklists your team uses. Number 4, build a prompt library. When you find prompts that work, save them. But don't just drop it in a random document. We recommend creating your prompt library within the tools your team is already using. In our case, we use Monday.com, but you can just as easily set one up in Notion, Airtable, Google Docs, or even directly within a collaborative AI platform, depending on what you're using. The key is to make it easily accessible and collaborative. Before adding anything to the library, make sure you've tested the prompt and confirmed it actually delivers strong results. Only include prompts you know your team will use. Otherwise, the library can quickly become cluttered or overwhelming. As your library grows, organize your prompts into clear categories like blog writing, social captions, SEO, localization, and so on. So it's easy for your team to find exactly what they need. And if multiple team members are contributing, which is quite often the case, give them clear instructions on how to format and tag each prompt. That way your library stays clean, useful, and scalable. Number 5, customize your tools. One of the best ways to improve the quality of your AI output is by training your AI on your own data. The more you customize and fine-tune your tools, the more relevant, on-brand, and valuable the results will be. Whether it's training a custom GPT model, integrating AI into your content platforms, or simply fine-tuning outputs with examples of your best work, investing in this upfront will pay off. It's also really important to get your team using AI in a way that allows their activity to feed back into training the AI. That way, the tool continues to learn from your team's real-world use cases, improving accuracy, tone, and alignment with your brand over time. The more your AI is trained on your content, voice, and processes, the stronger and more consistent your results will be. Number 6, train your team. Encourage hands-on learning and take advantage of the free resources most AI platforms offer, like webinars and tutorials. The technology is moving fast, so make sure that you regularly update all training material and keep your team informed on the latest best practices. Simple ways to do this include creating an internal monthly newsletter with tips and best practices, starting a Slack channel where team members can share insights as they come across them, or dedicating a few minutes in your weekly stand-up for someone to share a quick AI tip or a success story. Number 7, monitor quality closely. AI can speed things up, but without careful review, quality can slip. Audiences are also getting quite savvy at spotting generic AI-generated content, so a strong quality checklist is key here. Every piece of AI-assisted content should be reviewed carefully for the following: accuracy of facts, data, and references, alignment with your brand voice and tone, repetitive phrasing or AI speak that can sound unnatural, cultural nuances or local sensitivities, especially in translated or localized content, overall clarity and readability. It's also good practice to vary your prompts and approaches. Using the same ones repeatedly can result in formulaic, repetitive content over time. Number 8, be mindful of data and ethics. Be very aware of the data you input into AI tools, especially when it comes to anything proprietary, sensitive, or confidential. Always check your platform's terms of service to understand where your data goes and how it's being used. It's also very important to watch out for bias or misinformation. AI models are trained on massive data sets from the internet, which means they can easily reflect outdated or inaccurate information or cultural biases. For example, if you're using AI for translations or localized content, it might default to stereotypes or miss cultural nuances that a human translator would catch. And our final tip, stay curious. AI evolves fast, so keep learning, experimenting, and refining your approach. Encourage your team to adopt the same mindset by creating an open dialogue around all things AI. At VeraContent, we've made this a priority. We've created an internal role focused on staying up to date on AI tools and strategies. We've also built a prompt library and an AI toolkit that documents our best practices, and you can grab the link below for the free resource. And we've openly collaborated with our team to find the smartest ways to use AI while keeping content quality at the heart of everything we do. Now, I'd love to hear from you. How have you adopted AI tools within your team? And if you have any tips, please do share them below. And if you're not sure where to start, get in touch with us. We've helped a few of our clients optimize their content creation processes with AI, and we can do the same for you. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more marketing tips and insights. And if you want to keep learning about global content marketing, don't miss this video.